It's been 10 years since my best friend vanished without a trace. No note, no goodbye, just gone. Everyone said she probably ran away, or worse, was taken. I spent years chasing shadows, trying to find answers. Eventually, I gave up, moved on. At least, I thought I had. Because last night, at exactly 3:17 a.m., I got a text. It was from her. It simply said, "Meet me where it started." Her name was Lena Ramirez. We met in 6th grade, two weird kids who didn't really fit in with anyone else. She wore a leather jacket over her school uniform and doodled cryptic symbols in the margins of her notebooks. I was a scrawny, anxious kid who obsessed over horror movies and wrote short stories in a battered spiral journal. We clicked instantly. Lena was magnetic, the kind of person who made the ordinary feel mysterious. She'd say things like, "Do you ever feel like we're not supposed to be here? Or what if some people are just born wrong for this world?" Stuff that made most people uneasy. But I got it. I got her. By the time we hit junior year of high school, we were inseparable. We had this secret hideout, a little overgrown clearing in the woods behind the old Blackridge Church. Nobody else knew about it. That's where we'd go to talk, to plan, to dream about leaving our awful little town. We carved our initials into the trunk of a tree there. She called it our portal, and then she was gone. March 14th, 2015, a Saturday. Lena had stayed over at my place Friday night. We stayed up late watching the others and eating stale Oreos. In the morning, I walked her halfway home before turning back. She lived 5 blocks from me. She never made it. Her mom called that night, asking if Lena had crashed at my place again. She hadn't. The police were called. Search parties formed. Nothing. No witnesses. No signs of struggle. No known enemies. It was like she just stepped into a crack in reality and vanished. There were rumors, of course, that she ran away, that she joined a cult, that she was depressed and ended things herself. But none of that felt right. Lena wasn't the type to just vanish without a trace, especially not without telling me. For years, I checked every abandoned house, every online message board, even dark web forums. I became obsessed. And then I broke. By the time I turned 24, I'd stopped looking. Her photo went into a drawer. I didn't delete her number, though. I couldn't. Then yesterday happened. At 3:17 a.m., my phone buzzed. Unknown number. Meet me where it started. No punctuation, no emoji. No name, but I knew that tone, that cadence. It was Lena. I sat up, heart pounding, checked the number. No caller ID, just blank. I responded, "Lena, nothing." I called, straight to voicemail. I barely slept after that. My mind ran through 1,000 possibilities. Was someone playing a sick joke? Had they hacked her old number? Was this even real? By morning, I was in my car, driving to the clearing. The woods behind Blackridge Church had changed over the years. More overgrown, less familiar, but muscle memory kicked in, and I found the old deer trail that led to the clearing. When I stepped through the last line of trees, my breath caught. The tree was still there, the one we carved our initials into. Ul, Kal, Kai, surrounded by a rough circle. The bark had grown over most of it, but I could still see the faint outline, and someone had tied a red ribbon around the trunk. I stepped closer, and that's when I saw it, sitting at the base of the tree. A small, sealed envelope. It was addressed to me. "Kira, if you're reading this, then I'm still alive. I hope." It was her handwriting, no doubt. Inside the envelope was a single note, handwritten, with shaky penmanship. "I'm sorry. I had to disappear. I saw something I wasn't supposed to see. I think it's still looking for me. Don't try to find me. But if you want answers, come alone. Midnight, 3 days from now. Look beneath the roots." No signature. But it didn't need one. That line, "I saw something I wasn't supposed to see," hit like a thunderclap, because Lena did see something. Back in October of 2014, 5 months before she vanished. Something happened. Something she never told anyone but me. We were in our hideout, lying in the grass, stargazing. She sat up suddenly and said, "There's something buried here." I laughed. "What, like treasure?" She looked dead serious. "No, something wrong. I can feel it." She got up, walked to the edge of the clearing, and started digging with her hands. I followed, thinking it was just Lena being her weird intuitive self again. But then we found it, a metal box. Old, rusted shut. We had to smash it open with a rock. Inside were three things: a VHS tape with no label, a half-burned photograph of a man in a priest's collar, and a sealed envelope that just said confession. Lena took the envelope. I took the tape. We agreed to watch it the next night at her place. Except we never did. Because the next morning she told me she'd opened the letter and read it, and something was wrong. She said it didn't make sense, that the words were backwards like mirrored writing, and that when she tried to rewrite it, she blacked out for 2 hours. I thought she was messing with me. Then she told me the photo was of Father McGrady, the former pastor at Blackridge Church, the one who retired after a nervous breakdown in 1998. There were rumors, something about missing kids, but no one ever confirmed anything. Lena said the letter mentioned him by name, and something called the witness. I'll never forget what she said that night. "I think the church is hiding something. Something alive. 3 days." That's how long I had to decide if I was actually going to go through with it. Lena's note said to meet at the clearing, alone at midnight, to look beneath the roots. For 3 days, I barely ate. I couldn't focus at work. My hands trembled when I tried to do anything mundane. I kept thinking, what if this is a trap? What if she's being forced to lure me in? What if someone knows she talked to me? But I also knew this. I had spent 10 years wondering what happened to Lena, and now I had a chance to find out. I wasn't going to waste it. So on the third night, at 11:38 p.m., I grabbed a flashlight, my pocket knife, and a crowbar, and drove back to the woods. The forest at midnight isn't like the forest during the day. It breathes differently. The branches creak with some unknowable rhythm. The air feels thicker. The sounds more personal. I made it to the clearing at 11:56. I waited. 11:58. 11:59. Midnight. Nothing. Just wind. Just trees. Just that damn ribbon still tied around the tree. But then, my flashlight flickered. Not died. Flickered. Like something passed between me and the beam. I froze. Then I saw it. Something glinting in the dirt, right where the roots of the old tree met the earth. I dropped to my knees and started digging. It took about 10 minutes to unearth it. A wooden box, about the size of a shoebox, sealed shut with iron latches and rope. It smelled faintly of incense and rot. Carved into the lid were symbols. Ones I recognized. They matched the symbols Lena used to doodle in her notebooks. I didn't know what they meant back then. I still don't. But something about them made my stomach clench. I opened the box. Inside were a stack of letters, dozens of them, all addressed to Lena, dated between 2015 and 2022. A photograph of a shadowy figure standing in front of the Blackridge Church at night. A flash drive labeled for Kira, only if it finds me. The final item was a note, newer paper. My name written on the front. If you're reading this, I might be dead, but I promise you, I tried. I tried to stop it. I tried to contain it. But I'm only one person. You need to know what we found wasn't just a priest's guilt. It wasn't even human guilt. The witness is real. It watches. It waits. And it remembers. Please, burn everything except the drive. That's your only chance to understand. L. I sat back, completely overwhelmed. I had come here looking for Lena, and instead I found, what? A horror movie plot, a warning from beyond the grave. I took the box. Every instinct said I shouldn't, but I did. Back home, I locked all the doors, closed all the curtains, and powered up my laptop. The flash drive clicked softly when I inserted it. It contained only one file, witness logged out of booth. I clicked play. The video was shaky, shot on a cheap phone. It was Lena, 10 years older, Her hair was shorter. Her eyes had bags under them. She looked worn down, but determined. If you're watching this, it means I couldn't run forever. It found me. Or I stopped being careful. Doesn't matter. What matters is that you understand what the witness is. She paused, swallowed. It started in 1976. That's when Father McGrady and 3 other members of the Blackridge congregation performed something they called a binding ritual. I don't know what they were trying to summon, but they didn't summon it. They opened something instead. She turned the camera toward a wall covered in notes, photos, newspaper clippings, like a conspiracy board. 4 children disappeared that summer. No one connected the dots, because every time someone got close, they changed, forgot things, died suddenly. Or they saw it. The screen flickered. For a second, I thought the video glitched. But no. It was deliberate. A frame. Just one of something. A face. No. A mask. It had no eyes. Just a carved wooden surface with a slit for a mouth. And a smile too wide for its shape. Then Lena spoke again. The witness doesn't kill people. It records them. Every fear. Every secret. It shows them to you. Until you break. She looked directly into the lens. That's what happened to me. After we found that box in 2014, I started seeing it. In dreams at first. Then in mirrors. Then in reflections that shouldn't exist. Her voice broke. I ran because I had to. I thought maybe if I cut ties, if I disappeared, it would lose me. But it didn't. It's not following me anymore. It's following you. My blood ran cold. At first, I didn't believe it. It had to be a joke. A viral stunt. A delusion on Lena's part. But then, my screen flickered. Not a power surge. Not a glitch. Just a flicker. And for a split second, I saw it. In the black reflection of the laptop screen. That face. That carved smile. Gone in a blink. I slammed the laptop shut. My breathing was shallow. My heart was hammering. I checked every room, every lock, every corner. Nothing. Then my phone buzzed again. Unknown number. You opened the box. I didn't sleep that night. I sat on the couch with every light on in the house. My back against the wall so nothing could sneak up behind me. I kept glancing at my phone. No new texts. Just the last one. You opened the box. It didn't say who it was from. It didn't need to. At some point, I found myself in the bathroom, splashing cold water on my face, trying to shake the fear out of my body. When I looked up, the mirror didn't show my reflection. It showed Lena. Not 10 years ago Lena. Now Lena. Hollow cheeks. Sunken eyes. Her lips moved, but I couldn't hear her. I reached toward the glass, and just before I touched it, her eyes snapped toward me. She screamed. A soundless, mouth-stretched scream. The mirror cracked. I stumbled back, slipped, hit my elbow on the sink. When I looked again, my reflection was back. Just me. Pale. Shaking. The next morning, I drove to the only person I thought might believe me. Jamie Patel, an old classmate who'd gone full deep dive into conspiracy and paranormal research after high school. We hadn't spoken in years, but I remembered seeing her blog about unexplained religious sites a while back. When I showed her the flash drive and the box, her face went pale. She didn't ask why I brought it. She just whispered, "You found Blackridge's root." I asked what she meant. Jamie explained something she called residual ritualism. Basically, when certain actions are performed, especially with spiritual or emotional intensity, they can anchor phenomena to a location, like etching reality with a blade. She said there were rumors about Blackridge Church, about something that predates Father McGrady, that the church wasn't built on sacred ground, it was built to seal something in, a leak in the world, and that the witness wasn't a demon. It wasn't even alive in the way we understand it. It doesn't feed on blood. It feeds on memory, she said. It watches people, records their darkest truths. And when it shows them back to you, it's like you unravel. She ran the flash drive through a forensic tool, something I'd never seen before. It revealed hidden files, files you couldn't access normally. There were 5 audio files, all labeled by year 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. Each one was a recording of Lena. That night, another text came in. Unknown number. The reflection doesn't lie. You have 3 days. No context. No explanation. Just a countdown. That's when I realized Lena had given me everything I needed. The witness fed on silence, secrecy, isolation. It trapped its victims in spirals of shame and paranoia. But if someone told the truth, willingly shared their memory, it lost its grip. I had to decide. I could run, hide, pretend none of this happened. Or I could do what Lena asked. This is that truth. You're listening to it now. Every memory I've written, every reflection I feared, every sound, scream, crack in my mind, I'm handing it to you. I'm witnessing back. I know that sounds insane. But the thing is, Lena believed in me. She believed someone else could survive it. Maybe even destroy its hold completely. So if you're watching this, reading this, listening to this, remember the story. Don't turn away. Don't pretend it's fiction. That's how it wins. Not with claws, not with violence, with forgetting. It's been 3 weeks. No more texts. No more mirror screams. No more strange shadows. I don't know if it's gone. I don't even know if it was ever real, or if trauma just made us invent something that explained our pain. But this morning, I got a letter in the mail. No return address. Inside was a photo. Lena, smiling, standing behind a pastry counter. On the back, she wrote, "It never expected you to remember out loud. Thank you. I think she's free. I think I might be too."